evening, everyone. Welcome to the School of Global Affairs and Public Policy commencements. Congratulations to all of you for your hard work for these past years. And to the parents, families, and friends here, thank you for supporting these graduates. There are two notes before we begin our ceremony. First, please silence all your cell phones. Secondly, please stay seated and mask on for the entire duration of the ceremony. And please avoid disrupting your fellow guests as a sign of respect to the students graduating here today. Thank you, and we hope that you enjoy the ceremony. مرحبا بكم في حفل التخرج السنوي لكلية الشؤون الدولية والسياسات العامة بالجامعة الأمريكية. نهنئكم جميعا على العمل المضني الذي بذلتموه طوال السنوات الماضية. ونتوجه بجزيل الشكر للآباء والعائلات والأصدقاء على الدعم الذي قدموه لهؤلاء الخريجين. قبل بدء مراسم الحفل نرجو من سيادتكم إغلاق هواتفكم المحمولة والبقاء في مقاعدكم حتى نهاية الحفل كي نتمكن من الاستمتاع بالحفل معا. نتوجه لكم بجزيل الشكر ونأمل أن تستمتعوا بالحفل. I am now pleased to welcome Dean Nabil Fahmy to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Salem. Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, colleagues, members of the graduating class, good evening and welcome to the American University in Cairo and to the School of Global Affairs commencement graduation ceremony. As you are aware and have witnessed, AUC has always aspired to prepare its students to deal with the present and future challenges with courage, confidence, creativity, while embodying a strong commitment to society, whether in Egypt or at the world at large. The School of Global Affairs and Public Policy is living testimony to this commitment. Moving into a new stage in life is always a momentous occasion, and we will thus celebrate the graduates. But in the past 18 months, we have all, and I underline the word we, have faced extremely challenging circumstances in light of the COVID pandemic. Whether you are students, staff, faculty, families, or administrators, you have done so commendably. You are all admirable members of our community. Consequently, let me break precedent and tradition, because I want to thank you all for that. I was about to ask you in groups to stand up and then start clapping, but I've never violated any instructions from Dr. Salem. So please join together in a big applause for each other while you're seated in your seats. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, today we celebrate the graduation of up-and-coming leaders by awarding master's degrees to 108 candidates and bachelor's degrees to 294. As we start proceedings, I would like to recognize the university's senior leaders and administrators who have joined us in the celebration today. For the many guests to recognize you, I invite these distinguished colleagues to stand and remain standing when their names are called. Audience, please hold your applause until I have called each and all of their names. Acting President and Provost Ehab Abdurrahman. Vice President for Student Life, Dina Boray. General Counsel and Chief Compliance Officer, Sunanda Holmes. Associate Provost for Transformative Learning and Teaching, Aziza Lozi. Associate Provost for Assessment, Zainab Amin. Special Advisor to the Provost, John Swanson. Grand Marshal and Chair of the University Senate, Hanedi Salem. Thank you all very much for being here. You can sit down. In addition, on behalf of the graduates, I also want to invite our guests to join me in thanking just a few of the many within the school who have contributed to the success that we are celebrating today. The school's two associate deans, the chairs, and directors present with us today play diverse and vitally important leadership roles in the academic programs and activities offered to students. As I call your names, please stand to be recognized and remain standing until all the names are read out loud. Shahjahan Bouyan, Associate Dean for Administration and Undergraduate Studies. Naila Hamdi, Associate Dean for Graduate Studies and Research. Ibrahim Awad, Director, Center of Migration and Refugee Studies. Hussein Amin, Director, Kamal Adham Center for Television and Digital Journalism. Martina Riker, Director, the Cynthia Nelson Institute for Gender and Women's Studies. Thomas Gutierrez, Chair, Department of Law. Ghada Barsoum, Chair, Department of Public Policy and Administration. Karim Haggag, Director, Middle East Studies Program. Thank you all. Please resume your seats. AUC is blessed with a diverse, dedicated, and talented faculty of international reputation, deeply committed to teaching, to research, and to service. They have embraced, advised, and guided our graduates with devotion. I invite the GAPP faculty joining us here today to please stand up. Thank you all. Last but not least, I want to thank the school staff. They work tirelessly to ensure a smooth, problem-free learning experience for our students and for the faculty, and are indispensable in ensuring that the school continues to grow and excel. They have also been instrumental in putting this event together in particular. Many are dispersed throughout the event, inside this area and outside, so I will not ask you to stand, but I do believe we owe them a round of applause. There is also a group of students I would like to recognize today, those who participated in the senior class gift. Would the students wearing the blue sash please stand up for recognition? Thank you for giving your alma mater. And once again, a very, very strong message of appreciation should be expressed to parents and families. I salute all of you. The students, the achievements we've seen would not have been possible without your love and nurturing. Please stand up. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as founding dean of the School of Global Affairs and Public Policy, I have watched the undergraduate and graduate students grow, seizing opportunities and meeting the challenges of their times. This has been an exhilarating experience. Students, in your studies, as graduates of this school in particular, you have been focused on the common good, with implications far beyond your immediate needs. You have been tested and shined, even brighter, in face of COVID-19. As your dean, I thank you for this commitment and perspective. You are not only a source of pride, but also of confidence and inspiration as we look forward to a better world. Nevertheless, a few words of advice as you move on. I urge you as graduates of GAPP to recognize that you have special skills, but with them also come opportunity and responsibility. Feel proud and hold dear that you have helped us develop the School of Global Affairs and Public Policy into a singular, highly distinguished institution in the Middle East, with programs accredited and highly ranked locally, regionally, and internationally. Understand that you have made the noble choice of playing a prominent role in further enhancing Egypt's stature, in navigating the Middle East to a better future in turbulent times, and even in reshaping the world order in a more equitable and just fashion. And most of all, always pursue your goals with the greater good in mind. Hold yourselves and those around you to a higher standard of integrity, objectivity, and tolerance. Focus your energy and your talent not on judging others, but rather on becoming beacons of integrity and opportunity. Be resolute in standing on principle, promoting your beliefs and opinions. Be pathfinders, but do so with consideration for others. Diversity and tolerance are strategic reservoirs that serve us all. As decision makers, be stalwart in defense of rights and have ambitious goals, but have the wisdom to compromise and accommodate. And do all of this with a sense of humanity, respect for the rule of law, recognizing that global resources, global resources are finite and must be used for the betterment of all mankind. Thank you very much for your attention and best wishes for a bright and interesting future. Thank you. I am now personally very pleased and honored to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Hossein Badrawi. Professor Badrawi is, in short, a Renaissance man. He is a prominent physician, a well-known politician, and a human being with diverse cultural and intellectual interests. He is a member of the Board of Trustees of Bibliotheca Alexandrina, has personally chaired the Education Committee in the Egyptian Parliament, strongly promoting educational reform, besides publishing numerous scientific books and articles. He has served as a board member of the first National Council of Human Rights in Egypt and is a co-founder of the Arab Parliamentarians Against Corruption. He initiated and is the honorary chair of the National Egyptian Competitive Council, as well as the Badrawi Foundation for Education and Development, and is the president of the advisory board of the Education First Foundation. Along with his family, he established the Nile Badrawi Private Hospital back in the mid-80s, and immediately after that, the first HMO in Egypt. He is also the president of the Egyptian Association for the Diffusion of Culture and Knowledge. And Dr. Badrawi is an active and strong advocate of youth, women, and children's rights. Dr. Badrawi, I would like to invite you to the podium to deliver your speech.
Ambassador Nabil Fahmy, Minister Nabil Fahmy, but better my friend Nabil Fahmy, Dr. Ihab Abdurrahman, all faculties and friends, parents, and classes of spring years 2020 and 2021. Lovely evening and great to celebrate with you. When Minister Nabil Fahmy and Ambassador Karim Haggag called me a few weeks ago, inviting me to give your graduation speech, to talk to young ladies and gentlemen at the beginning of their career, graduating from such a prestigious university, I thought of my own dreams when I was your age. I said to myself, maybe my experience in life can add some insights to your dreams too, or give you examples of how to overcome difficulties and create your own path. Have you ever written down your dreams? Did you document your dreams? I'll tell you why I'm saying that. What is not documented probably never happens. And don't ever think that any imagination that crosses your mind is not important. It is. Looking to what was written in different stages of my life, sometimes I get amazed. How did I think that way? Wow, I was dreaming of doing so and so. Everything goes back to your subconscious. There is a reservoir of ideas and dreams in your subconscious. I urge you to think of that. Document your thoughts and reactions for future understanding of what you are really, what you really are. I thought of your parents, and this is very important because parents have their own dreams too, for you and for their country. And I remember the great book of Gibran Khalil Gibran, the prophet, when he wrote about children and young daughters and sons speaking to their parents, and I believe in what he said, your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you, for life goes not backward, not tired with yesterday. So I decided, when I remember what Gibran said, not to talk about my dreams, but your dreams, your path, not ours. Let me explain the duration of cycles of life, so you know where do you belong. You know, all of you, that the universe has been created almost 14 billion years ago. But Earth, our planet, has been created 4 billion years ago. Life started unicellular, one cell, 2 billion years ago. But multicellular functional creation only started millions of years. Human beings founded around 200,000 years ago. Those Homo erects, Homo sapiens, واقفين على رجلين, started almost 100,000 years ago. But something happened 50 years ago. There was a genetic transformation, mutation in the brain of those creatures that introduced imagination in their brain. Once imagination started, human beings became what you are now. They started thinking of life, thinking of the sun, of God, of exploring the universe. And strangely, only civilization started 12,000 years ago by knowing agriculture. And later on, industry appeared 600 years ago. Then what we see now from digitalization is tens of years ago. Actually, the cycle of life took billions, millions, thousands, hundreds, and now it is said that it is 1.5 years. You can live during your normal life about 20 cycles of life. I was astonished when I found my grandpa passport, and he was born in 1850. We're talking about centuries, 2 centuries. This is 2 generations. But he was born and died riding the carreta, and now his grandson is imagining going to space. Actually, the cycle of life is too short. That makes your dreams difficult because you have to widen your dreams, imagine what you want to imagine, and be sure what is in your brain, dreaming or imagination, could be achieved. Our brain is the most large, important computer in the universe. And actually, even a thought comes to your mind, it means it could be achieved. So don't stop saying it's impossible. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. Even when we think of the science fiction movies in the 50s and 60s, we have achieved more than our fathers could think. I believe in few things that can help you achieve your dreams. The most important is to be proactive and make your own choices. Life is made by choice and not by chance. Your school and education has given you capabilities to better make your own choices. Our job is to create opportunities for you, but your destiny is colored by your own choice. It means that you are responsible for your lives. If you think our lives are a function of our condition, it is because we have, by conscious decision or by default, chosen to empower those things to have control over us. We have let ourselves become reactive. I want you to become proactive, not reactive. Reactive people are often affected by the weather. Proactive people carry their own weather with them. You can create your own environment too. Being proactive means recognizing our responsibility to make things happen. The people who end up with good jobs are those who seize the initiative to do whatever necessary, consistent with correct principles to get the job done. Stephen Covey, in his remarkable book, 7 Habits to Succeed, says, you can find a clue to whether you now have the proactive habit by looking at how you speak. Think of that with me. Do you find yourself using these expressions? That's the way I am. There is nothing I can do about it. He makes me so mad. My emotional life is outside my control. I have to do it. I am not free to choose my own actions. This is impossible to be done. This is impossible to be done. Remind me with the Star Trek movie when Master Judo was talking to Skywalker when he asked him to bring the spaceship out of the water, and he said, it is impossible to be done. And he said, nothing is impossible. Impossibility is in your mind, in your brain. For all of us, there are many things that concern us that we cannot do anything about for now, but there are also things that we can do. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, the proactive approach to when you have a proactive approach, you do mistakes, and you have to acknowledge that. To delay and deny mistakes, it is to miss your lessons. Be a light, not a judge. Be a model, not a critique. Be the solution, not the problem. When I first got married, I was very critical. And because I see things, and my wife after a year said, well, I cannot live with you anymore. You're very critical. Everything, you see everything that makes me mad. And I thought of her words. And I found that she was right. I changed myself. And since I changed myself, I started to be a different person. I see the beauty in everything. I see the positive in every action. I see the positivity around me. I start listening and saying, yes, I agree, before I say, no, I do not agree. I try to find solutions and present alternatives rather than ruin what I don't know. I also urge you to use the paradigm of winning that needs integrity, maturity, and abundance mentality. As my friend Nabil said, it is very important to have your integrity within whatever you do in your life. I have a group of young people called the Dreamers of Tomorrow. The Dreamers of Tomorrow started 1995 with students in the Faculty of Medicine. And then we grow up together. Now, many of them are ambassadors and many of them held good positions, but we still meet. And in the Dreamers of Tomorrow, we ask questions and we decide to be proactive, positive in life. Within my family, we are separated into two. Myself and my daughter are the positive ones. My wife and my son looks to the details of what is wrong in this. So we laugh about it, but actually in every family, you will find people looking positive to things, looking negative to things. But we realize that both present in every family. It is not only genetically there. Most people do not listen with intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. And when they reply, they start by no. I always see the positive part first. I agree before I disagree. I offer solution and alternatives. Now I come to few things and then I will close. My experience in life is to be passionate and be happy and never stop dreaming. I usually ask myself and question myself, is it right to be happy? It is human rights to be happy, and it is a choice. If you don't look for what makes you happy, you will miss it. I am a physician. When I teach my students and I tell them, feel the abdomen by your hands. Tell me, what did you feel? They say, we don't feel anything. I said, because you don't look for anything. When I teach you that in this area, this is the liver, and when you put your hand here, you will say, is it large? Is it small? Is it tender? Is it lobulated? Is it hot? If you don't look for something, you don't find it. Happiness is like that. If you don't look for it, it doesn't come. It doesn't drop from the sky. And I always ask my friends and my dreamers of tomorrow and tell them, what are the 5 things you do that makes you happy? And strangely, people do not 5 things to say, 5 actions. كل واحد فيكم كده think in his mind, what are the 5 things I do, not happening around me, that makes me happy? And do it. I am happy when I travel. I discover, no, I'm happy when I travel and get astonished. I'm happy when I read. When was the book that you read in the last week? I'm happy to see a good game. Go and see a good game. I'm happy to shop. Ladies. I'm happy to achieve. I'm happy to help other people. I'm happy to make other people happy. I'm happy to succeed. I'm happy to be with the crowds. There are so many things that can make you happy. Looking at a nice movie, be an entrepreneur, give from yourself to the society. There are lots of things. I'm happy to meet my friends, meet them. I'm happy to make my family happy, make them happy. The idea is, if you don't look for it, it doesn't happen. And we're not born like that. I always say I am genetically optimistic person, but actually, genetically, I am optimistic because I have the hormones of happiness. You know that that this is chemical too. There is some hormones that makes you happy, like the prolactin in the body, and some hormones that makes you not. But you can work on that. Happiness is a positive decision. We do not seek it, we do not find it. It is true that some people, myself included, see in people the best of them and the events around them, the beauty before ugliness. And there is what we call the collective mind of family and society that may create positive energy and vice versa. And by the way, optimism create optimism around you. Pessimism create pessimism around you. And one of the ways to destroy a society is to create the sense of pessimism and the negativity. And it becomes replicated, and then the society is destroyed. Life is a blessing, and happiness is a human right. I want to finish, because I know that I have a limited time, by a conversation that happened between me and myself. This conversation started when I asked myself, are you the person you wanted to be? Ask yourself, are you the person you want to be? Actually, being in politics, being in academic life, being in sports. Let me read to you the conversation between me and myself a year ago. My inner self once asked me, are you the person you have always wanted to be? I said, I lived my life by choice, and I am the person I have always wanted to be, but I did not fulfill all what I want to do. My years might not be enough because my dreams always was and still is much bigger, wider, and more comprehensive than my local community. It includes humanity as a whole. I know my mistakes, I know my drawbacks, I feel my pain and sorrow, but my happiness include them. Myself asked whether I am the man I always wanted to be or not. And I say, yes, I am. But I still didn't reach all what I wanted. I loved, but still I want to love. I traveled, but I still want to travel. I learned, but I am still passionate about learning. I accomplished a lot, but still want to accomplish more. My years might not be enough, but I am the man I wanted to be. Class of 22 and 21. Know yourself, document your dreams, make your choices, and just be the person you want to be. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Badrawi, for those very thoughtful and insightful comments. I am particularly glad that you encourage the graduates today to be proactive, to create opportunity, and to take decisions on their own, while at the same time taking into account the interests of their community. I am now very, very pleased to introduce Mahmoud Mukhtar al-Makawi, graduating with a Master of Public Policy, who brings a message from his peers.
Dear Provost, faculty, fellow colleagues, family and friends, good day to you all, or better say good evening, and may peace be always upon you. Before I start my talk, I would so much appreciate it if we all stood for a moment of silence and remembrance for all the souls that we have lost during the past year and a half because of coronavirus in Egypt and elsewhere. Thank you. Please be seated. I'm thrilled to be standing before you today in this very unique moment, representing the graduating classes of Spring 2020, Fall 2020, and most importantly, Spring 2021. After all, it's not every day that one graduates from the country's one-of-a-kind global university or gets to attend such a prestigious event like this one with such a dedicated group of people. What also makes this moment special and unique is that it comes amid an existential challenge that not only has impacted our scholastic life and academic path, but also still continues to disrupt our very own way of living and interacting with one another for quite some time to come, COVID-19. It's often said that in difficulty lies opportunity. And while we tend to take many things for granted, disruptions, as difficult and tough as these seem, they represent an opportunity for us to realize how fragile and vulnerable we all are. It's all fine to remind ourselves that in a time of a pandemic, it's never that bad to just stop, lay down, and relax for a little bit. It's not shameful to pause and take some time for rest. And definitely, it's never a big deal to decide to lower our rhythm or reduce our momentum whenever we feel down or unable. Getting over challenges, however valid and understandable, shouldn't overshadow the fact that we shouldn't get hard on ourselves or become extremely stressed over things that are out of our hands or beyond our control. Being deprived of our ability to intimately communicate with one another might be the worst and most inhumane of experiences. Not being able to visit relatives, hang out with friends, meet with professors, embark on activities, participate in seminars and workshops was quite shocking for me at first. I still remember getting back from my exchange in Switzerland in winter 2020, with my morale at its highest and my mind full with overly ambitious to-do plans. Seldom in my worst nightmares did I expect that my last year as a master's student would be spent entirely in a lockdown under depression, as if thesis writing were not sufficient as the present. And as we embark on a new chapter of our lives today, here is my 2 cents on my experience during the past year and a half under COVID. Lesson 1, disruptions can always happen. Get used to that. While AUC was fortunately equipped for the switching from offline to online learning when the crisis started, I terribly wasn't. I always loved attending lectures the traditional way and engaging with instructors face-to-face. I really believe one of the experiences an AUCN is privileged to enjoy is getting to regularly visit this desert reclamation project, also known as the new campus. I still remember my first day here on campus. It was in this very month of September of the year 2018. When I woke up unusually early to catch the AUC morning bus, I stood alone in the street at 7 a.m. in the morning, looking for any familiar companion or someone I know to chat with. The bus came on time, as we all know, and I got on board shivering in worry. New faces, new atmosphere, but most alarmingly, new waking up routines. I sighed deeply later on, knowing that master's classes are usually held in the evening. However, it was quite refreshing in my first week to see a bunch of my former friends, ones whom I never expected to meet again. All start their student life at AUC, including an old childhood friend, a neighbor actually, with whom, ironically, I used to share my morning school bus more than a decade and a half ago. The little primary pupil has become an engineering sophomore. I looked at him and wondered what time does. For me, I always cherished my time at AUC, not just for the mere academic knowledge I gained, however valuable, but more broadly for the networks I built, the inspiring people I get to know, the unforgettable events I attended, of course, including this one, and the various competitions I participated in, not to mention the prestigious fellowship I proudly got. I'm not looking at Professor El-Baradei. For all these reasons, it's of no doubt that AUCNs, both grads and undergrads, are always the ones who set the agenda in their professional endeavors. It's only then that I realized how lucky I am to have had some lovely memories from my first year as a master's student, since I used to stay on campus for long hours, whether in the library procrastinating, or in the food court eating burgers in bed to put on some weight, or in the sports complex watching fellow students as they exercise while refraining from doing any physical activity myself. Unless miraculously reversed, getting back to those pre-pandemic days was, however, impossible to happen any sooner. Welcome to the new norm, I reluctantly said to myself. Lesson 2, it's all about adapting to change. During times of mega disruptions like the ones we're facing today, it is of a paramount importance to learn how to keep our nerve and maintain our inner peace. It's important to get ourselves trained in dealing with crises without losing our temper or getting harmfully agitated. The harder and deeper a crisis is, the more challenging those tasks become. Holding ourselves and being able to think of the current moment in both a balanced and rational manner, they constitute inevitable steps to stay afloat and eventually get out victorious. And while it's useful to admit that disruptions are, yes, destabilizing by nature, they just pass, like anything else, and become history at the end. Yes, we might be frustrated at times, mentally drained or psychologically pressured, yet we must rest assured that we can always get off the mud together, and that no matter how tough what we're witnessing now, or how harsh the current circumstances are, there is and will always be a way out. And as Leonard Cohen said in his anthem, quote, "Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in." End of quote. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mahmoud, for those very thoughtful comments and for sharing your personal experiences. Next, I am very pleased to introduce Farida Ahmed El-Deeb, graduating with a Bachelor's of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication with a concentration in Multimedia Journalism. She will bring a message from the undergraduate students who we are celebrating today. Farida?
Mr. President, administration, trustees, distinguished faculty, gracious staff, supportive friends, esteemed parents, and most importantly, dear graduates. Good evening and welcome. It is an honor to stand here to address you all today. I'd like to join the President, Dean Nabil Fahmy, Dean of the School of Global Affairs and Public Policy GAPP, and the members of the faculty in welcoming you all to the graduation ceremony. These are the days when the sun is shining, the birds are tweeting, the flowers are blooming, and we are growing. Time passes by quickly, right? Just yesterday, we were submitting our documents at the Student Service Center at Gate 1. A couple of months later, we were all roaming the 260-acre campus, anxious, jittery, charged, and excited about what's coming next. New classes, new faces, new friends. It goes without saying, each one of us had a different experience here at AUC. But I can safely say in these spaces we had one common experience, and that's comfort. We have found comfort in its Mary Cross Hall attending a statistics for business exam, even if it means we came out a bit teary-eyed. Or maybe we found comfort in its Mary Cross Hall attending, oh, sorry, I just said that. Or perhaps in Mu'taz Al-Alfi Hall, attending a community psychology conference. Or maybe we found comfort in those 5 p.m. club meetings in CP29, the hidden room in SSE. And how about the indoor basketball court? Or maybe the gym in the sports complex? We found comfort in AUC's buildings, our buildings, in the Office of Student Life, OSL, and in the campus center. We hung out and enjoyed the food outlets splattered from the beginning of campus, such as Tabali, who are known for their delicious halloumi, fool, and even egg sandwiches, all the way to a home-cooked meal prepared by you and your friends in the dorms. Talking about food, how many of us stood in a long line in Tarwiya just for a box of cheesy fries during assembly in Bartlett Plaza? Remember all the goodies and sponsors we received? And how can we forget a cup of warm coffee in the spacious gardens? Now, our educational journey was not limited to just education in the classroom. Remember all those musical concerts? How can one forget Amr Diab, Tamer Hosni, Mustafa Hamai, Mustafa Haggag, James Arthur, Haifa Wahbi, and our very own Hilal Saili. Speaking of which, I can swear at some point I was seeing Hilal Saili more than I was seeing my own friends at the other universities. Do you guys remember that? Because I vividly do. One can't also forget the numerous seminars held both on campus pre-pandemic and online during the pandemic. One of which was an 8-part webinar series on misinformation, fake news, and journalism in the time of COVID-19. But my memory and so longed wishes did not stop there. How can we miss the milestones, the commencement, and the graduation ceremony? During the year-long centennial celebration in 2019, AUC impressed us all as it marked 100 years of its establishment. And we were all longing for the day where we were celebrated. But then it happened, the pandemic. Wednesday, March 11, 2020 was the last normal day that we have all experienced. We had Thursday off because a huge storm was coming, but nothing could have ever prepared us for the real storm that we have faced. I clearly remember walking to the student union shop to buy some snacks with a friend, and she kept on convincing me to stay, but instead, I chose to go home and rest. Over a year and a half later, I would do anything just to go back and spend a few more hours with my friends on campus. AUC announced that we are shifting to an online mode of instruction. Happiness, confusion, and fear are just a few emotions I could remember. That's because these are still the same emotions I feel today. And I know that many of you share that too. Not a single household has not faced COVID-19. We all either know someone who lost a family member or lost someone in our families and friends. But our journey with COVID wasn't all sadness and frustration. Looking back, AUC was one of the first universities that proved its resilience, not only to Egypt, but to the world. We smoothly transitioned to online instruction with the help of Center for Learning and Teaching, CLT, administration, and most importantly, faculty. I'm not going to say it was a smooth journey, but looking back, I do not think it could have gone any smoother. The whole world was put to a halt, but we, AUC, no, that did not happen. When the sense of uncertainty and uneasiness filled the air, we stood our ground and fought bravely and fearlessly. And that is not something new to AUC. That is what this university has taught us from the first day when we were admitted. Remember seeing those billboards of all those successful alumni? You might have thought, how did they get there? Because I did. I did every single time. And you know what? I think I found the secret. It's all in believing in yourself. Cliché, I know. Repeated, I know. But think about it. What happened when you believed you would ace that exam? Or when you believed you'll land this artist for a mega concert? Or when you believed in yourself for running for the student union presidency? You probably got what you wished for, right? Well, some probably did, but others did not. And you know what? That's okay, because this university has taught us to not give up, to get up, to fight back, and to counterattack. I remember my first grade teacher, Ms. Joanna, telling me, Farida, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I never felt her words stronger than when I was struggling to declare a science major. But look where I am now. I found my passion, and I never would have believed that I'd be majoring in multimedia journalism. I found myself in writing, reporting, creating, and there's someone to thank for that. That's you. Every single one of you. The day that I received my provisional acceptance was the start of a capricious journey. I was not supposed to be here. I was already filling my dorm application at another university abroad. But something pulled my heart towards AUC. I do not know what it is. Was it the longing feeling of having to leave my family, my friends? That wasn't a problem. I was always accustomed to moving around since considering I was not born nor raised here. But however, the winds of AUC called me, just as it called all of you. And then many years later, after a long journey of tears, sweat, laughter, bliss, and most importantly, resilience, here we are. To my colleagues with whom I shared the class, my friends with whom I shared all my laughs, the parents who guided us all in our journey, my instructors who we shared all the questions, the early morning and late night staff greetings, and the staff greetings with the securities as well, administration, trustees, my family, to all of you, thank you. Thank you for helping us reach who we are today. Thank you for the memories all across campus. Thank you for the online and offline campus journey. May your life journey and the winds that once brought you to AUC sweep you to where your heart and soul desires. But before you do that, I once wrote that being smart is an easy thing to do, yet being kind is not. My final words to you, graduates, as you face the world with an open chest and an expanded mind, I request you use your kind heart. Just as the late British radio host Caroline Flack said, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Thank you.
Thank you, Farida. Thank you very much. Your comments and those of Mustafa clearly indicated how interesting and challenging the experiences you had were at AUC, particularly in the COVID circumstances. And I think they confirm the reason why I had chosen at the beginning to applaud together to all of you, because I do believe that students we're celebrating here, but you're all part of this celebration. You all share in the achievements. It's their responsibility, however, the students, to build for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll move now to announcing a few awards to the faculty and the students. And I'd like to start with the faculty. Excuse me. A number of our faculty have been exemplary in the production of research and in contributing to the practice of their respective disciplines. I will not ask them to come up to the podium, but if they are present, I invite them to stand up when their names are called. First award is the GAPP Mu'taz Al-Elfi Award for Research, and the awardees are Dr. Shahira Fahmi, Dr. Ghada Barsoum, and Dr. Rana Hindi. Congratulations. The award for practice was for Dr. Brahim Awad. Now to the student awards. The Ahmed Mahallawi Family Award is presented to the graduating senior who has demonstrated strong academic achievement and contributed to extracurricular activities, including community service. The winner of the Ahmed Al-Mahallawi Award is Hibatullah Al-Barbari. Please join me in welcoming her to the stage. Presenting Hiba her award is Dr. Shahjahan Buyan, Associate Dean for Administration Undergraduate Studies. Ladies and gentlemen, Acting President, today we rejoice in the accomplishments of all of our graduates. The faculty has approved each of them for the awarding of their degrees after they have completed demanding requirements of their respective curricula. I wish to present to you the 108 candidates for the degree of, respectively, the Masters of Arts, of Global Affairs, of Laws in International and Comparative Law, Public Administration, and of Public Policy. Each candidate we honor at this time has completed the rigorous requirements for master's degrees prescribed by the faculty. Each candidate has done concentrated work and research in his or her special field and has passed a comprehensive examination and/or has successfully presented and defended a research thesis or other important work. Dareen Elmer Spirk, Nada Muhammad Essen, Marlies Leaf Colley, and Habiba Ahmed Muhammad. Those of you who are here, please stand up. I would like to recognize you first of all and applaud you for achieving the highest GPA in GAPP. Well done. On behalf of the university faculty and with the approval of the University Senate, I now present the candidates for the degrees. Salma El-Ghitani, Executive Assistant to the Director of the Kamal Adham Center for Television and Digital Journalism, will call the names of those present. The others listed in the program will receive their degrees in absentia.
Good evening. For the degree of Master of Arts in Gender and Women's Studies, Habiba Ahmed Muhammad. نور الهدى محمد ماهر عبد الحق. For the degree of Master of Arts in International Human Rights Law, Hala Ahmed Noor Eddin. ماتياس إيفونيكس. شذا عقاب عبد الصمد. ياسمين عمرو نوار. For the degree of Master of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication, بسمة مصطفى طه. هند عبد الجابر أحمد محمد. جيداء طه عرفة. محمد كامل الجمل. نوران عمرو طاحون. سالي أحمد سليمان. ساندي ممدوح فيليب. سارة طارق حسين. For the degree of Master of Arts in Middle East Studies, محمد مصطفى جميل. For the degree of Master of Arts in Migration and Refugee Studies, مي علي أحمد. For the degree of Master of Arts in Television and Digital Journalism, عاصم خالد شوقي. داليا أشرف السواح. هبة الله عبد الفتاح إبراهيم عاشور. مها محمد الريس. ميرنا أبو عيطة. نوران محمد نور الدين. رحاب إسماعيل محمود. ريهام طاهر إمام. سلمى أدهم مصطفى. سلمى علي العشري. سارة عبد الحليم يوسف. سارة زكريا غيتا. ولاء جمال جبة. ولاء إبراهيم علي عبد الهادي. ياسمين محمد هاشم. For the degree of Master of Global Affairs, كريم إيهاب الشرقاوي. لبنى خالد فايز. رشا محمد عبد المحسن دعبس. سارة محمد فوزي. شيماء محروس. تامر محمد السيد نبهان. ياسر أحمد فرجاني. For the degree of Master of Laws in International and Comparative Law, أحمد محمد مصباح. عمرو مصطفى عابد. دينا الحسيني سليت. هبة أحمد محمد حبيب. محمد حسن عبد المنعم. محمد ماجد أحمد. محمد سامي أحمد. مصطفى أحمد كمال. نورة أيمن الجندي. ريم مؤمن البربري. زينة رائد أمين. For the degree of Master of Public Administration, Abdurrahman Kamal Hassanin. أماني علي عبدين. آية ياسر توسون سالم. باهر هاني واصف. حنان إبراهيم خيال. إبراهيم السيد حسان. إنجي محمد رضا. مي حمدي رشدي الطحاوي. مريم محمد أبو سيد. ندى شعبان ميري. نشوى عماد مصطفى برعي. نهى محمد اليماني. ريم السيد خضر. سارة السيد الفقي. For the degree of Master of Public Policy, أحمد كمال الحليوة. الأمير علاء الدين سعد عثمان. خالد هاني أبو أحمد. محمود مختار المكاوي. ندى محمد قاسم. نهلة عماد عفيفي. رضوى سامي أبو شادي. سارة مراد الدمرداش. Thank you.
I now wish to present to you 294 candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Each of these candidates has now satisfactorily completed all the requirements for the bachelor's degree at the American University in Cairo. Each has demonstrated a high level of English proficiency and has completed a concentrated program of study in a major field, as well as closely related collateral courses supporting that specialization. Each student has taken a variety of courses in several other academic disciplines to provide a solid foundation for liberal education. 78 students are graduating with honors cum laude. Please stand for recognition. Sit down, please. Thank you. "63 students are graduating with high honors, magna cum laude. Kindly stand for recognition. Thank you. 19 students are graduating with highest honors, summa cum laude. Please stand for recognition. Thank you. Toka Hazem El Hamzawi and Hala Majid Mustafa have achieved the highest GPA in GAPP. Please stand up. Very well done. Thank you. Please be seated. Faculty of the American University in Cairo believes that each candidate is qualified to commence the life of an educated man or woman. In addition, we are confident that the students graduating today will be a credit to themselves and to their families, a service to their country, and a continuing source of pride to the American University in Cairo, and to GAPP in particular. On behalf of the university faculty, with the approval of the University Senate, I now present the candidates for the degree of Bachelors of Arts. Salma Al-Ghitani will call the names of the candidates who are present, who are invited to come to the stage to be recognized. The other candidates listed in the program will receive their degrees in absentia. I'd like to remind the graduates, please remain seated until the last graduate has been called as a matter of respect for your classmates.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Abdullah Muhammad Ahmad Abbas. عهد علاء إسلام. أحلام علي شوكت. With honors, Ahmad Hassan Radin. Ahmad Makhlouf. With honors, Alia Muhammad Sha'ban. علي حسني. With high honors, آمنة محمد الدفراوي. أمينة أحمد الشياتي. With high honors, أميرة هاني عبد الباقي. With high honors, أشرقت أمير حمد. With honors, آية أبو شادي. With high honors, آية علي. With honors, آية ناشد. With high honors, بسمة يوسف همام. باسل أوسم حنا. With highest honors, كلارا حنا. With high honors, داليا عبد الوهاب. دانا الملكي. With high honors, دانا فاروق. With honors, دينا عمرو الحداد. With honors, دينا عطية. دينا نبيل الشرقاوي. With high honors, ابتسام خالد. With high honors, إيمان مجدي عبد اللطيف. With honors, إسراء الجبالي. With honors, أينور هشام العزوني. With high honors, فضيلة رؤوف الفقي. With honors, فجر أسامة عبد الله. فرح أبو العينين. فرح عمرو أحمد حسن. With high honors, فرح الجميل. فرح الغمراوي. With honors, فرح الصاوي. With honors, فرح فوزي. With honors, فرح جمال مصطفى. فرح حسني. With honors, فرح كريم. With high honors, فرح محمد أمان الشرقاوي. With honors, فرح محمد فراج. فرح شريف البسطويسي. With honors فرح الأسيوطي. With highest honors فرح ياسر محجوب. فريدة أحمد الديب. With highest honors فريدة علي الليسي. With high honors فريدة إيهاب قاسم. With honors فريدة محمد العربي. فريدة ياسر غنيم. With high honors فاطمة الزهراء هاني صبحي الصياد. فاطمة عمر محمد. With high honors فيروز إيهاب باهي. جاسر محمد أبو زيد. حبيبة أحمد أبو الفتوح. With honors حبيبة محمد أحمد محمد. حبيبة محمد صالح متولي المليجي. With high honors حبيبة أسامة سلام. With honors حبيبة تامر. هاجر زلطة. With highest honors هايدي عماد السيد أنديل. With honors هايدي شريف نبوي. With highest honors هلا ماجد صلاح الدين. همسة خميس أبو سمك. حمزة أحمد محمود يونس. هنا اسماعيل. With honors هنا خالد جنينة. With highest honors هنا ناصر. هانيا أنيس. هانيا تامر بدر. With high honors هنا شريف. With honors هايدي مازن. With highest honors هايدي عمر. With high honors هبة الله محمد أحمد البربري. هبة الله عبد العزيز. With high honors هادي المهدي. هايدي أحمد. With high honors هايدي وائل ناصر. With high honors, هدي طارق نافع. هدى مجدي رفاعي. هدى يحيى. حسين علاء إبراهيم أمين مرعي. حسين المعتز بالله حلمي. With highest honors, إنجي العدلي. إسلام عبد الباقي. إسماعيل برهام. With high honors, جيلان عماد اسكندر. جنى محسن النجار. With honors, جيداء أحمد كرم. With honors, جينا خالد الحسيني. With highest honors, جمانة ياسر عبد الحميد. كنزي موسى. خالد جمال منيب. كندا المرقبي. With highest honors, ليلى عادل النمر. ليلى هشام عطلة. With honors, ليلى اسماعيل أحمد. ليلى محمد المصري. ليلى محمد حمادة. With high honors, لميس طارق حسين. With honors, ليلى عبد القوي. With high honors, ليلى أحمد محمد منيب. With high honors, ليلى جاسر. With highest honors, مها إبراهيم البنا. With honors, ماهي أبو طالب. محمود خالد أحمد. With honors, مي الطجوري. With honors, مي محمد سعد هجرس. With highest honors, ملك عادل ناصر. With high honors, ملك وجيه البكل. مليكة بيومي. مرح عنوس. With honors, ماريا معوض. With high honors, مريم عادل. With honors, مريم أحمد أبو عوف. With high honors, مريم فخري. With honors, مريم مجدي عبد الغفار. With honors, مريم وائل علي البنا. With honors, مريم ياسر الورداني. With high honors, مريان شريف إبراهيم. With honors, مارينا جرجس غطاس دكسيس. مروان محمد الشامي. مريم علي. مدرونا هاني فتحي. With honors, منى هارون. With honors, منى سيف النصر أبو زيد. With honors, منى طارق السويفي. With high honors, ميرنا علاء أبو السعود. معتز طارق سراج الدين. محمد هاني محروس. منى نبيل عباسي. With high honors, مونيكا نجيب. منير الغنام. ندى أحمد محمد. With high honors, ندى علي عبد الفتاح. With honors, ندى مدحت. With high honors, ندى محمد الجرحي. With honors, ندى مصطفى سيد حلمي. With high honors, ندى ناصر. With high honors, ندى طارق راشد. With high honors, ندى ياسين لبيب. With honors, نادين إناوي. With highest honors, نادين محمد عبد الهادي. نادين أحمد راشد. With high honors, نادين ثعلب. نريمان مصطفى عودة. With high honors, ناتالي وجيه ألفي مكار. نيفين وليد أبو رمضان. With high honors, نورهان طارق أحمد. نور الهدى مصطفى عبد الحليم. With high honors, نور عصام إمام. With high honors, نوران أحمد طاهر. نوران عاكف. نوران هاني عمر. With high honors, عمر عقل. عمر هشام. عمر شريف أبو علم. رضوى الصادق. With honors رهف سميح. رامي مكاوي. With high honors رنا شرف الدين. With highest honors رندا حسين توفيق. With honors رندا خليل. With highest honors روان محمد أحمد علي حسن. With honors ريم المغربي. With honors ريم هشام درويش. رحاب شلبي. With high honors سلمى جمال يعقوب صبري. سلمى حازم حسن. With honors سلمى هشام فؤاد. With honors سلمى محمد عبد الكريم الطاجوري. With honors سلمى محمد ثروت. With high honors سلمى طارق درويش. With high honors سلمى ياسر مجاهد. With honors ساندرا عاطف ملك. With high honors سارة عادل نجيب. شهد خيري رمضان. شاهندة الدفراوي. شاهندة أشرف أحمد. With high honors شريف خالد الجبري. شريفة محمد بيومي. With honors شروق صلاح عمر. With honors سيلفيا يسري حلمي. With high honors سوزان رزق السعداوي الجالي. With honors تمارا كريم حسين. With highest honors تقى حازم الحمزاوي. تريفيانا هاني يوسف. With high honors فانيسا مايكل عزت. ياسمين عبد القادر. With highest honors ياسمين علي منتصر. ياسمين نسر. With honors يمنى محمد خليل جريدة. يمنى صلاح السجيني. With high honors يوسف علاء حسين أحمد شبرية. يوسف محمد هاني الغنام. With honors زينة محمد طلبة. With honors, Zena Murtagi. زياد ربيع عشماوي. حبيبة الخولي. هايدي سلام. الشيماء محمد ندى. With highest honors, ماجد شريف عطلة. With honors, نادين محمد الشنطي. صادق محمد المشنب. سارة هاني. With honors, سارة ياسر عوف. With high honors, يوسف شريف عمران. With honors, أنجلا عماد سوس. مريم بدر الدين. With high honors, عليا زاهر. جمانة محمد أبو العلا. With high honors, Armen Zayven Kritilian. أحمد مصطفى حجازي. سيف علاء الدين الصغير. With honors, أمينة زغلول. Last but not least, طه محمد محمود أحمد. Thank you.
So this is it. So please stand up. Graduates, please stand up. And now, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I, as acting president, confer on you the degrees of Masters of Arts, of Global Affairs, of Laws, of Public Administration, of Public Policy, and Bachelors of Arts, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Mabruk.
Just a few more minutes. AUC song has been a long-standing part of every commencement. Today's rendition is performed by the Cairo Choral Society, an organization affiliated with the Department of Arts, and recorded and edited by Ahmed Rifai, a recent graduate of our music technology program. And now the formal festivities have been concluded. Congratulations, everyone. Keep Mingus proud. Thank you.